We are 3 weeks from the NFL season kicking off, which means you need to get prepped for fantasy draft season. We don't want you to get last in any of your fantasy leagues. We want you taking home real money and bragging rights over your idiot friends, your college buddies, and your coworkers. I'm your host, Shaun Moran. I'm joined by my co-hosts here, Keegan, who's out of the screen, back in the screen, and our chief vibes officer, Aidan Holler. Boys, we've got a 10-team PPR head-to-head mock draft. Keegan's drafting from the 101. Aidan is drafting from the 107, oddly specific. And I'm going to draft from the 10 hole here. So it's going to be a great time. I'm pumped. And we're going to give you strategies from each position, 30 seconds between each pick. I'm going to draft the best team. I don't know what
I think I beat you guys in every mock draft we've done, so I'm excited to do it again.
Who's coming in second? That's the question that I have here.
I let my results show on the field. The mock analyzers, they mean nothing to me. I'm just out here hoisting trophies, cashing checks.
Keegan is going to drive the vehicle here. And before Keegan starts the draft, just one thing. We're a relatively new channel. We love making content. We've been talking fantasy for a while. We've played in a fantasy league, the three of us, for like 8+ years. We met in college. We're good friends. We're trying to grow the Regression to the Mean podcast, but we can't do it without all of you. If you like this content, make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell. This is probably like my 4th time trying to do this today. I think that was the smoothest one. What do you guys think? That was pretty
You're getting better.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better at pandering. I'm begging for your subscription, please. It means a lot to us.
Have some subscriptions.
Oh, please, more subs, please. Okay, Keegan, why don't you kick these
Shaun,
things
you
off
actually start it. So I'm screen sharing. You start the draft.
Ew. Okay, no third round.
I will get right into it though, because for the listeners, it's only 30-second clock, so I want to make sure to talk about this. 10-team league, way more available players, right? You can balance out your roster a lot better. And I go back and forth on who should be 101, but in this, because there's such an abundance of good players available, I'm actually going to smash the Christian McCaffrey button here and just go with the RB1 last year, the fantasy player number 1, and ride the hot hand. I know when I get back to me at 210, 3-1, there's still going to be some good wide receiver options. So
he just said abundance. That was pretty fire. That was a pretty fire use of the word.
Abundance.
That was fire. I just got the chills.
Oh my God, I can't even talk.
15 seconds. 15
Give
seconds.
me the tongue. I prefer to start with wide receiver. I really like ARSB. We've got PPR scoring. Target hog, there's no one else there aside from Laporta. So ARSB, start with the sun god. No, I'm good.
Okay. Everyone talks about how ass it is to pick up at the rear, I guess. In a 10 team, I'm not feeling how ass it is, to be honest. I think this is a pretty easy choice. I'm going to take Garrett Wilson, somebody who is finally hopefully going to break out this year with a good quarterback.
Do it.
And then Jameer has major hamstring issues. He's already injured his hamstring twice in training camp. It sucks. He injured his hamstring last year, still looked pretty explosive. Dan Campbell said he's not worried about it. I don't know. You can't play scared in fantasy football. You got to try and win the ship with explosive players. Jahmyr Gibbs has one of the highest upside on the board. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs.
There he is. Oh, that's sweet. I didn't expect him to be there. I'm going MHJ. I'm going MHJ. You can't pay me to draft Kieran in the 2nd round this year. I won't do it. I think
You're never going to say that name
He's never going to get it right. He's never going to get it.
You're like Evan Silva, dude.
You can't get it.
I'm taking MHJ. The guy's going to be an absolute beast in Arizona. Him and ARSB. I don't know. I don't think I could lose this year if this is how I start.
Wow. Cocky.
Man, 10 teams are so fun until you're up to pick again. You're like, well, that didn't really go how I wanted it to go because there's less people to make mistakes on picks and pick the people that you don't want. Because I'm staring at Drake London and Chris Olave here. And I really just don't want to do it. I've already got a running back here.
Just do it.
Gosh.
Double down.
I think I'm just going to go. I think I'm going to go with Brandon Ayuk here, assuming that he plays with the San Francisco 49ers. I like him more than Drake London and Chris Olave, despite the offensive upgrades for Atlanta. And now this is a little funky. I don't think a pick that I want is going to get back to me for a while here. So I'm just going to double up and get, or not double up, but I'm going to secure a onesie position here in Josh Allen. Doubling down on the Niners offense feels a little scary. There might be like Super Bowl hangover for them, but I like where I'm at.
Sweet. Okay. I could go wide receiver crazy, but I'm not going to do it. I think if you're going to take a wide or a running back, that's kind of like the last two guys to do before like you really enter the yucky dead zone. I'd be pretty fine walking out of drafts with either Josh Jacobs or Pacheco. I personally lean Pacheco. I think the Chiefs are better. I think they're just going to score more overall. So I'm going to go with Isaiah Pacheco and feel good about where I'm at through 3.
Damn, this is sick. I'm a fan of this. Nico Collins in the third. That is, I get it. There are concerns about like passing volume. There are a lot of mouths to feed. Whatever. This guy's legit so good at football. And then again, we just did a flag plan episode for our wide receivers. My person that I think is going to have a massive season is Deebo Samuel. I think this is one of the best values on the board. I'm going to lock down my third wide receiver. Deebo is wide receiver 3. Give it to me every day of the week.
Team No Bias has entered the room. We're taking DJ Moore. If DJ Moore is your wide receiver 3 this year, just Venmo request your commissioner. I don't know what else to tell you.
See you at the cashier.
That's easy, man. That's an easy. He has top 10 wide receiver potential there in the 4th round. Get out of here.
All right, pretty cool. This worked out kind of how I thought I did. I got an elite quarterback. I'm doing a little San Francisco double stack here, but I have a pretty awesome group of wide receivers to choose from. And I'm going to balance it with a rookie and a pretty high target earner. I think I want to go to Cooper Kupp here, but I'm actually going to go with Michael Pittman coming off a pretty awesome season. And then I'm going to go with Malik Neighbors, who is going to be in the upwards area of 150 targets this year as the only wide receiver weapon in the New York Giants that matters.
5th round Neighbors. And this 10-team stuff feels like cheating.
That's us this weekend, boys.
It literally is.
Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. I didn't know what I was going to do here yet, but like Trey McBride is just staring me in the eyes, just absolutely looking at me, just handsome with his, blonde hair. So Trey McBride, we're addressing the onesie position here, and boom, welcome to the squad. Where are you? There you are.
Where are you? There you are.
3 times in a row. That's gross.
This is just BPA at this point. I like both of these players a ton. Tank Dell's definitely enticing, but I'm going to shore up my final wide receiver spot because in this format, we're going to start 4 wide receivers. I'm going to take Devonta Smith as my wide receiver 4.
I like that.
And I think Kenneth Walker has a really unique opportunity to have a better season than people are anticipating. I'm a big fan of Zach Charbonnet, but Kenneth Walker is a superior talent, more explosive. I think this is a great swing. If there's anyone in the dead zone I like, it's going to be Walker. I feel really good about him as my running back too.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck. I want Nathaniel.
My team is nice.
I want Nathaniel.
Did you just call him Nathaniel?
Yeah. I know ball.
Nate Dell?
Man, really don't.
Nate Dell sounds so bad.
I don't want George. I don't want either George. I'm gonna pass on A Rich. You don't really need the early QB in a 10 team. Like everyone's gonna get a good QB. Amari, you've got T. Oh, this is gross. I'm gonna take Amari.
I feel like Amari's getting slept on this year. The Browns are going to run so many plays every game this year.
We just hate Deshaun Watson. I just don't want to touch that offense.
Yeah, I kind of despise him, to be honest. All right, this is a very interesting area of the draft. I feel like player values start getting a little skewed, especially with how I view players and how Sleeper ADP views them. But I do want to make sure I get a good tight end. I kind of hate playing without a good one, and I'm going to torture myself with another year of Kyle Pitts here. Now, as far as my wide receiver room, Ayuk, Pittman, Neighbors, we're in the 7th round. I probably need another running back just before it gets a little bleak because I'm not a big fan once it drops off here for a while, and I think there's still more wide receiver value. So I'm going to add David Montgomery and make a hedge bet against Shaun here.
Damn.
That wasn't that nice.
No.
That wasn't
double
nice.
no. That was a disaster. I was like, I'm getting Kirk or Najee for sure. Oh, God. Now I'm in panic mode. And I really don't want Andre, but it's getting dark fast. I might have waited too long. Man.
Nightmare.
It's bad, dude. I think I'm taking Mondre. That's just like a sad click.
Oof.
That's a sad click.
Hey, look, when you can get the starting running back on the worst offense in the league, you do it.
You do it every time.
Every time.
It's just it got bad really fast there though. That was tough.
Rashi Rice pick coming up.
Yeah, you can pencil that one in. Rashi Rice is welcome to the squad, brother. I like risky players. Man,
so you guys know, Shaun is in support of a 8-time felon.
Hey, he had as many felonies as touchdowns last year, and he had 7. That's not a good thing.
It's not good.
I'm gonna wait on quarterback. I'll just take Evan Ingram. Just snap up a good tight end.
And then all the QBs get scooped up in front of me. This is a disaster.
There's still one good one on the board. It's kind of making me wish that I waited on QB, but
I could do Kyler. Actually.
Oh, was he chill? I gotta scroll the F down.
Yeah, brother.
Damn.
Pay attention.
I was just starting to scroll to running backs too, and then a little 5'8" assassins down there.
You got the handcuff too.
I know.
You got the cuff. Do you have a RAM for the correlation?
No, I'm not correlating.
Oh man, this is where I think the sleeper ADP and like how I view players is very off. I mean, this is such a weird spot to pick in. I really wish Rome was here. Oh man. All right, we got to panic. We're gonna panic. I'm gonna go with a very high targeter and Deontay Johnson. I feel like the age of my team is pretty decent. We have some young, we have some vets. This is tricky. 2 running backs through 8, 4 wide receivers through 9. We've got a quarterback, we've got a tight end. I feel like I can take another running back here. I'm going to add in Tony Pollard to the squad. Just don't really love what's on the board here, and I've already got my QB and tight end. So,
oh man, I was plugging in my computer. Where am I? Okay. I need another running back. I think Zach Moss is a nice, safe running back here. I wish Mondre wasn't on my team. Like it's got me pretty rattled that he's just sitting there in my lineup. I would probably start Zach Moss over Mondre. I don't know how we got there.
One of my favorite picks in fantasy this year, running back for the Steelers, Jaylen Warren. That's my running back 3. Take it every time. And then I'm going to reach. I just want him. And I probably should be sharper and let him fall, but in this scenario, I really want Jaden Daniels. I'm willing to jump up the board and take him early. In this scenario, I really want his upside. I can find somebody to like be insurance policy for him, but that touchdown he had, the keeper, where the defender was running at him, he just ran right by him. That made me feel something for the preseason.
There you go. We probably need some wide receivers here. I kind of hammered it early, took my foot off the gas. It's time to get back in the saddle. I think I'm going with Hopkins. So there's a good year in there. They're going to throw the ball a ton, and I just hope they don't rush him back with the knee.
Oof, back-to-back picks here. Man, this is tricky. I don't really want to dip into the wide receiver pool here, the running back pool here. I'm not a big fan of what's around. I've already got Christian McCaffrey, Dave Montgomery, Tony Pollard. Like that's a really good running back room here. Looking at my wide receivers, like I probably want some extra options to start. I do love Jackson Smith and Jigba this year. I definitely am going to be picking up and redrafting and drafting a ton in best ball. I think Ryan Grubb's going to get that offense moving and hopefully get the ball in his hands way more than Shane Waldron ever did. I think I want to double dip here on the wide receiver position as well. And I'm going to go with Romeo Doubs, which by ADP is like a little bit scroll the F down, but I think this is about where I'd have him ranked anyways in my head. So
John is still right there. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with him as my running back 4. As long as you're not like banking on him contributing week 1, I think he's fine. Like he's probably going to sit in IR potentially. Running back 4 there. By the end of the season, could have like running back 2, potentially even running back 1 fringe upside. So I'm gonna go with John there.
John Brooks. I want to add to my running back room here. I'm all about year 2. Fudge. fudge. I see B-Rob now on the board. Do I have the cojones to take the running back and the quarterback for that offense? I don't. No, I don't. I got to diversify. I'm going to take Tajay. That one's pretty easy. And then you know what? I'm going to be team rookie at quarterback. I'm just going to have Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels and just have them duke it out. Let's see who. Let's see who.
Let's have a camp battle on our fantasy team.
Let's see who wins.
Fun. I like that for you. I think I'm actually going to take B-Rob. I almost took B-Rob instead of John. Actually, crap. No, I don't think I want to do that. What do I want to do, man? I'm looking at 5 wideouts. I kind of want to take Curtis. Curtis Samuel is still. Oh man, no. This is a nightmare. I'm taking B-Rob. I like some of the wide receivers on the way back.
B-Rob in the 12 feels like stealing. That's insane.
Stealing.
I'm going to take another hedge bet against my league mates here, and I'm definitely going to scoop up Chase Brown for my 4th running back in Cincinnati here. And then before I make the pick, I need to look at the wide receivers available. This is tough. Like, there's a lot of good options. I think there's some upside plays. Let's go Chase Brown first. Let's take a peek at the wide receiver position. A.D. Mitchell, Khalil Shakir, Jacoby Myers. A couple of rookies sprinkled in here with some veterans who are in some pretty dusty roles. I think I'm going to go with the upside of, Jacoby Myers, actually. I really like where he was at last year, kind of in his usage. I think he's got a pretty big role to carve out there. They just have to have some good quarterback play. But for my wide receiver 6, that's not too bad.
We're good. We've gambled and we've won. I'm taking A.D. Mitchell. Absolutely love his upside. Dude is cooking people in training camp, joint practices. Absolutely love the upside with him, especially with Georgetown's injury too. If for whatever reason he's slow to return.
I was keeping an eye on that one. Okay. Do I have a tight end? Yeah, I have one. I have an Evan Ingram. Got 2 quarterbacks. Probably need to take a wide receiver here. I'm going to go scoop up a rookie. Can I find him? Wait, what? Oh my God, I'm panicking. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm going to take Pat Fryermuth. Okay. Just have a second one. Oh, is Brian Thomas off the board? Did someone take him?
Dude, you're about 4 rounds late, brother.
Oh, BTJ's off the board. Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's not sharp of you.
All right.
Yeah, look alive, man.
Who can do the XL voice? They come get me. Whatever. I'm taking Xavier Leggett.
Living my fucking dream. All right. How do we want to round this out? Realistically, like maybe another quarterback. Not gonna do it. Probably just taking another swing a wide receiver or running back here. You got Shaheed there. You've got Dowdle. Man, no one's really like making me feel alive in this range.
JK is not bad in redraft because you can just drop him if he sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shaheed. I'm gonna go Shaheed. Yeah, JK. Yeah, that's fine. I guess. Yeah.
Ooh, last pick of the draft.
Pencil
of course, I'm going to take my guy, Josh Downs.
There it is.
To round out the squad. All right, let's take a look at these squads. We can go by round, or we can just look at the teams here. Whatever you prefer, Shaun. But
yeah, let's pull up the teams. Actually, no, let's go round by round to show people the draft strategy from that. Keegan, why don't you tell us how you're feeling after picking first in a 10-team league?
Honestly, I would love this draft. I think I'm at least getting into playoffs with this in a 10-team format. But anchoring with Christian McCaffrey makes it pretty easy to hit on the other positions you need. I also like getting Josh Allen and some value at the tight end, which I still consider is like Kyle Pitts can be elite. He's not elite, but he can be. But love the wide receiver room because I drafted Christian McCaffrey. I think Dave Montgomery is such a steal in the 7th round, especially considering Gibbs has already got some hamstring stuff going. And then we've got a target getter in Deontay Johnson, super late. We've got Tony Pollard, who should be featured. Jackson Smith and Jigba, who I'm banking on a big improvement from his role last year. Romeo Doubs, who should be on the field the most of any Green Bay Packers receiver. Got some upside at the running back position with Chase Brown. And then Jacoby Myers and Josh Downs just like really started solid bench players that can kind of help me when I'm in a pinch and I need to start.
It's a good team. It's not great, but it's good.
Whoa.
It's good.
What?
It doesn't excite me, but it's not bad. It probably makes the playoffs, but we're trying to win.
Are you telling us that the San Francisco 49ers don't excite you?
Ooh, spin zone.
Spin zone.
Honestly, I didn't even really look who's on your team. I just wanted to dunk. Dunk. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, actually, no, your team's pretty good. Your team's pretty good. You have Josh Allen, CMC. That's pretty sick. And Neighbors.
Yeah.
So you got the Avengers on your squad.
Hashtag fun. All right, we're taking it over to the 7th spot. The wheels fell off the bus once we got to the middle. There's no way around it. Like, looking at my team, like I feel like I've already had like 8 domestic loggers. Like, it's just like you look at the end and you're like, how'd that happen? But really like the beginning here. ARSB and Marvin Harrison. Like, I typically hammer wide receivers early in drafts. That's kind of just my philosophy, especially with 2 flexes. Love Pacheco there as my kind of anchor running back. DJ McBride too, and I was absolutely soaring. Feeling really good. Amari Cooper is my wide receiver 4 in that second flex spot. I think is really advantageous. Najee getting super before me, like Najee there at the 7-7, and this team just like feels night and day different. But love Kyler Murray. I flag planted this guy. If you guys watched our QB episode a couple weeks ago, this is one of my favorite QB value picks. By far, you're getting him here in the 8th round. In a 12-team league, he's somewhere in the 7th, 6th, depending on what your league mates are doing. Zach Moss was kind of a safe, like, I've got to fix this mistake pick after Mondre. So I actually do like Zach Moss. I think he's pretty much going to just walk into the Joe Mixon role. Might be a little smaller with Chase Brown, but still like him. DeAndre Hopkins, ton of value still. Got went for 1,000 yards with Will Levis as a rookie. So, still feeling good about there. 2 more running backs here. High upside pick in John Brooks. Could step into a big role later on. So kind of just hang out on my bench for now. B-Rob, could fall into another 10 touchdowns. I think, really strong runner. And if Eckler is as dust as he looked last year, could have a massive role in the 12th round. They rounded out with 2 really high upside picks in A.D. Mitchell, who could be the wide receiver 2 as early as week 1, and Rashid Shaheed, who hopefully develops a more complete route tree. We'll see, though. I like the team. I don't love it, but life comes at you fast at 30-second clocks, man. There's no way around it.
I'm bringing up the rear here from the 110. I feel really happy with that start. I know Gibbs has hamstring issues or whatever, but I think Garrett Wilson has an opportunity to challenge as an alpha wide receiver. So I'm very excited on the 2 of those younger players looking for breakouts. And then like my wide receiver room, somebody pinch me, Nico, Debo. I don't love Devontae Smith, but I feel like he's a good complement to Rashee Rice. I don't love Devontae Smith.
He's like 4 times the wide receiver that Rashee Rice is.
I'll take him. I'll take Devontae Smith. But, he's safe. He's safe.
He laps Rashee Rice.
Bro, the thing is I don't want to go buy stocks. I want to go buy meme coins. And that's what Rashee Rice is. I want the complete
I wouldn't even say that he has that kind of value.
He has the complete degenerate upside of somebody that you're getting for pretty much for free because of his legal issues. But we'll see how that plays out. I love my receiver room. I panic picked Pat Freiermuth because I really wanted Brian Thomas Jr. That's on me. Hand up. I messed it up. I probably should have taken a running back there, like Chuba Hubbard or Rico Dowdle or Ty Chandler or something. I might even drop Pat Freiermuth if this was a real league. But I love my wide receiver room. I filled it out. I love having this kind of firepower on the squad. Xavier Legette is somebody you want in fantasy. You could XL, you can drop him if he stinks, but I think he has a really unique upside. And then my quarterbacks, I just went with the rookies. I love Jaden Daniels. If you miss out like on Anthony Richardson and you want another mobile quarterback, I love Jaden Daniels this year. He's super cheap. I reached for him, missed out on Brian Thomas, but that's just how it goes sometimes. But I really wanted to secure him. And then I was happy just taking Caleb, potentially Trevor, Herbert, whoever, just to complement Jaden. But I think that's a pretty good QB strategy just to wait. It allows me to just build out a superstar roster of running backs and receivers. I'm taking
That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote.
It's mine. We're winning this team.
I'm 99% sure my team would beat you guys no matter what, but I digress. I'll have
a first round bye so you guys can handle round 1.
But a couple of interesting strategies here, like different deployment of where we drafted tight ends. I went with an elite QB. Aidan waited, still got some rushing upside. Shaun double dipped at the quarterback position. Aidan hammered wide receiver first. A lot of us pushed down the running back position. So that's pretty relevant. I feel like, and also makes sense for who we are and how we draft. But overall, pretty 3 solid teams.
I'd be happy with this group. If we were drafting this weekend, I'd be pretty happy if I came away with a team similar to this.
10-team leagues are ridiculous. Anybody who's still playing in a 10-team league and like you get to do that, it's great. It's like these teams are really absolutely loaded.
Really you got to build the Avengers. If you're not building a team that looks like the Avengers, like you're doing it wrong. You should not be like taking sleepers. Just take like brand name. Just splurge. It's a 10-team league.
You need to bill out those Twitter screenshot teams.
All right, guys. Thank you for hopping on. Appreciate it. See you this weekend for our draft. Very excited.
Yes, sir.
Until next time.